Beyonce rewrites the kingdom. Looks like Doja Cat may have to wait just a little bit longer to be crowned. You ever wonder why Joe called Teresa a cunt on that fateful day on the Real Housewives of New Jersey? Speaking of, self-proclaimed King of the South Boosie Badass and 6ix9ine respond to Gunna snitch allegation. Stay tuned for this week's edition of Celebrity Digest Weekly. Beyonce rewrites the kingdom. Beyonce texted Meghan Markle about generational curses after Oprah Winfrey interview. "I can't believe she knows who I am," the Duchess of Sussex said after Beyonce surprised her with a text. Shout out to Janine Henney over at people.com. Beyonce was there for Meghan Markle. In Volume 2 of Harry and Meghan, which hit Netflix Thursday, the Duchess of Sussex, 41, was touched when the music superstar, 41, reached out to her the day after her and Prince Harry's interview with Oprah Winfrey. In Episode 6, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex worked side by side in their sunny home office in Montecito, California, when Meghan said, "Beyonce just texted," as Prince Harry, 38, theatrically gasped. "Just checking in," Meghan said with a smile of the message. "I still can't believe she knows who I am," Harry suggested. "No, it's okay," his wife replied. "She said she wants me to feel safe and protected. She admires and respects my bravery and vulnerability and thinks I was selected to break generational curses that need to be healed." "That's well said," Prince Harry replied as the camera panned away. During the wide-ranging conversation with Oprah, which aired on CBS, the California couple talked about losing police protection, escalating strain with the rest of the royal family, and the sex of their baby on the way. Daughter Lilibet would be born that June. In perhaps the most shocking moments of the interview, Meghan revealed that she experienced suicidal thoughts and that within the royal family, there were concerns and conversations about how dark their child's skin might be when he's born. Almost immediately after Oprah with Meghan and Harry, a CBS primetime special aired, the 28-time Grammy winner posted a tribute to the Duchess of Sussex on her website. "Thank you, Meghan, for your courage and leadership," Beyonce wrote alongside a photo of the pair at the UK premiere. "We are all strengthened and inspired by you." Meghan and Beyonce seemed to hit it off when they met in July 2019 at the London movie premiere for the live-action revamp of The Lion King, in which the single lady singer voiced Nala, my princess. Beyonce was spotted saying as she leaned in for a hug with Meghan. Observers said that there was a familiarity between the two women, so much that many had a hard time believing this was their first time meeting. Their husbands Prince Harry and Jay-Z soon joined the conversation, where the talk quickly turned to their children. "The best advice I can give you? Always find some time for yourself," Jay-Z, 53, told the Sussexes, who had recently welcomed son Archie Harrison, now 3.5. Volumes 1 and 2, Harry and Meghan, are now streaming on Netflix. Well, this has been the year of revelations, so perhaps Beyonce is kicking 2023 off with the year of redemption. In other news, you ever wonder why Joe called Teresa a cunt on that fateful day on the Real Housewives of New Jersey? Can we say cunt? Well, it's YouTube. Joe Giudice reveals the truth behind calling ex-wife Teresa a C-T on Real Housewives of New Jersey cast trip to Napa. Explains he never wanted to be on the show. After so many seasons and then being arrested. That's not in the article. Shout out to allabouthetruth.com, all about the Real Housewives. Joe Giudice is finally revealing the truth behind one of his most infamous moments on the Real Housewives of New Jersey. The father of 4 appeared on his ex-wife Teresa Giudice's Namaste Bitches podcast, where he opened up about calling her a C-NT during the season 4 cast trip to Napa. The wine and everything that was going on and the pressure, I just invested a lot of money in there. Everybody didn't know what the hell to do. I was in Napa, over there getting drunk and drinking. And it was a place I didn't want to be. We were already there 3 or 4 days, 5 days. So how much wine can you drink? Joe explained on the December 13 episode of Teresa's podcast. He noted that using the word cunt is disgusting. I got tired of saying C-NT. Teresa added that Joe had never used that language with her prior. He's never used that word with me, the long-time reality TV shared. To tell you the truth, I've never used that word with any girl. That's not a nice word, and I don't even know where it came from. And especially to call the mother of my kids that name, when I saw that, I was like disgusted, Joe admitted. During the podcast episode, Joe also explained that he never wanted to film Real Housewives of New Jersey from the get-go. I was like Gabriella, that's how I was. I really did not want to be on the Real Housewives of New Jersey. It was like annoying to me. To me, to sit there and have people film what I'm doing, I wasn't a big fan of that. I like to do what I want to do, when I want to do it, and that's it. Joe confessed before adding, they were filming me just dragging the garbage cans out. Stupid things. Well, Joe, it was a lot of stupid things and drinking that you did do for many, many years, and we all enjoyed. And we're all glad to see you home. Are you home, Joe? I couldn't help but to wonder, who is Teresa with now? Because thankfully, she's not with Joe. What the rhymes with Shmuck? Not you, Joe. Usmagazine.com. Teresa Giudice and Louie Ruelas. And so I come to find out, shout out to Usmagazine.com, that Teresa is currently married to a Luis Ruelas. Teresa Giudice's love life took center stage amid her marital woes with Joe Giudice. But after their divorce, she fell head over heels with Louie Ruelas. The Real Housewives of New Jersey star married Joe in October 1999, and the pair went on to welcome 4 daughters, Gia in January 2001, Gabriella in October 2004, Melania in February 2006, and Adriana in September 2009, none of which were stupid things. Reality stars hit a roadblock in March 2014 when they pled guilty to 41 counts of fraud. She subsequently served 11 months in federal prison in 2015, while Joe completed his 41-month sentence in March 2019. Prior to his release, a judge ordered in October 2018 that the businessman be deported to his native country of Italy. He relocated there in October 2019 after spending months in the custody of the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. White-collar crimes. Gotta love them. Teresa revealed during the March 2019 Season 9 Real Housewives of New Jersey reunion that she and Joe would end their marriage if he was forced to leave the country. I'm not doing a long-distance relationship. I'm not doing it, she explained. You know, I want somebody with me every day. I know exactly what happens. You know, I'm sure he'll be with other women. It happens. We do the long-distance thing. It's not going to work. I'd be like, bye-bye. Us Weekly confirmed their split in December 2019. Us confirmed 1 month later that the standing strong author was dating Ruelas. Her co-stars later weighed in on the relationship. I wish them happiness and I hope everything's great. Melissa Gorga exclusively told Us in February 2021. But it's new. It's the beginning. So you never know. He seems like a nice guy, so we'll see what happens. It's been nice to be able to double date with her again because we haven't done that in forever. Dolores Cantanaya, meanwhile, hinted that an engagement could be on the horizon for the couple. I see a marriage there, she told Us in May 2021. I see potential for so much in a life together. And I see a lot of love between them. So I'm really hopeful and really optimistic about what's going on there. The pair got engaged the following October and tied the knot in front of their loved ones in August 2022. I'm so happy for Teresa. Joe was such rhymes with duck. In other news,
shout out to Canva and artists and creativity everywhere. Your favorite tool has arrived. Canva is just not a tool for YouTube content creators to make absolutely phenomenal thumbnails and videos like this one, Carlson Awards. Yeah, I made this video using Canva.
Ordered or something?
I'm not sure. Hold for transfer.
Let's go to voice over there. Yeah, because I have tons of videos and photos you can choose from just to bring your ideas to life. You can just literally spend all day just creating any kind of content you want. And if you use my link in the description box, or it should be up on the screen here somewhere, then you can get your first free month. Free! Yeah. And for a lifetime after that, at a discounted rate. I believe it's half off. Can't be beat. What are you waiting for? Click the link. Let's get started. Making our dreams come true.
Looks like Doja Cat may have to wait just a little bit longer to be crowned. According to, and shout out to MetroWeekly.com, the nominations for the 2023 Golden Globes were just announced. Looks like Doja Cat won't be competing for an Oscar after all. The nominations for the 2023 Golden Globes were just announced, but much of Hollywood is still squarely focused on the upcoming Academy Award nominations, which are expected to be announced in about a month. This year's Best Original Song race is shaping up to be especially competitive and packed with well-known artists. But now it appears that one superstar who was very much in the conversation will no longer be talked about in this regard. Variety reports that Doja Cat's single Vegas has officially been deemed ineligible for a Best Original Song nomination. The track was written and produced specifically for the Baz Luhrmann film Elvis, but sadly, it won't be able to compete for an Academy Award. The reason? Vegas is not in fact entirely original. Throughout the tune, the phrase "you ain't nothing but a" is repeated over and over. Those lyrics are decades old, and they were used in an actual Elvis Presley hit. Because of this, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, AMPAS, says that the production is not wholly original, and therefore it can't be nominated. Doja was clearly hoping to earn an Oscar nomination with Vegas, which would have been huge for her and her career. While she is already one of the biggest stars in music today, an Oscar nod would grant her even more legitimacy and prove that she can play with the biggest and the best. She did, however, win her first Grammy earlier this year after being nominated quite a few times. The singer-rapper took home Best Pop Duo Group Performance for the single "Kiss Me More," alongside R&B superstar SZA. Vegas was a big hit for Doja, and it was easily the most popular cut from the Elvis soundtrack. The tune eventually climbed all the way to the top 10 and the Hot 100, becoming her sixth song to reach the highest tier. While she may not end up in the running for an Oscar, Doja is currently nominated for several Grammys. She may take home more gold in a few months when the ceremony returns. This time around, she racked up 5 new nominations, including Record of the Year, Best Pop Solo Performance, and Music Video, all for her hit Woman. She's also in the running again for the Best Pop Duo Group Performance with her Post Malone collaboration, I Like You, a happier song. Interestingly, Vegas did earn a Grammy nod, but not in the Best Song Written for Visual Media category. Instead, it is competing for Best Rap Performance. With all this talk of queens, who are we really without our king? Speaking of, self-proclaimed King of the South, Boosie Badass and 6ix9ine respond to Gunna snitch allegations. But Gunna is a free man, but many such as Boosie Badass and 6ix9ine call snitch. On Wednesday, December 14th, Atlanta rapper Gunna walked out of Fulton County Jail a free man. Gunna pleaded guilty to a charge in the RICO Act case filed against him and dozens of other alleged associates. Now Gunna is looking at no more time behind bars. While many were thrilled to see the rapper free with possible new music on the way, others questioned his loyalty and hit Gunna with the snitch label. Boosie Badass tweeted clearly disappointed. Quote, rat, with 1, 2, 3 rat emojis and cheese emoji. This would have put tears in my eyes. Crying face emoji. My brother, my artist like, WTF. I'm fighting for my life, that I'm not running a gang and or criminal enterprise. And you do this to Big Dog. You know it's a gang. The guns and drugs not yours. Well, who else was in the car? They can be for SMH. Boosie later blamed Gunna's lawyer for taking advantage of the rapper to cash in. He had one charge he wasn't going to get, no hard time. These lawyers don't give a damn about your legacy. They know what they doing to your name, but that getting you out of jail so their name blows up, then you gotta pay them more when you free, and they made you corporate. It's a cold game, he tweeted. Another rapper chiming in on the matter was Tekashi 6ix9ine, who was all too familiar with snitching. Shout out to hiphopxxiv.com. That's where we found this article. Aside from Tekashi 6ix9ine going at various artists while he was on the rise with Treyway, many blackballed the rapper for snitching on his former camp. Go ahead and make your 1,000,000 excuses. I stand on whatever I do or did. That's why I'm still walking on this earth and nothing ever happens to me. I am him. P***, real N***. Getting shit and kicked in the face can't be me. 6ix9ine wrote in the comments on IG. Instagram post goes like this. Liked by Poppy. 6ix9ine just STFU. And listen, I know you don't want to accept it. Your man is fighting for his life in court on a gang RICO. Judge, you are aware YSL is a gang, correct? Fat ass Gunna. Yes, ma'am. Judge, only you and Jeffrey are in the car, and the police find a handgun and drugs. This didn't belong to you, correct? Fat ass Gunna. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead and make your 1,000,000 excuses. Okay. So, yeah, that's what fat ass Gunna did. So that's where that all came from. So interesting. Gunna's plea deal consists of plea deal sentenced him to 5 years with 1 year to serve in prison. Time served was granted. 500 hours community service, with 350 of those hours speaking to young men and women in the community about the dangers of gangs and gang violence. After completing his community service, the entire sentence will be terminated. Upon his release, Gunna broke his silence via a statement. When I became affiliated with YSL in 2016, I did not consider it a gang, more like a group of people from Metro Atlanta who had common interests and artistic aspirations. My focus of YSL was entertainment, rap artists who wrote and performed music that exaggerated and glorified urban life in the black community. While I have agreed to always be truthful, I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness for or against any part in the case, and have absolutely no intention of being involved in the trial process in any way. I have chosen to end my own RICO case with an Alford plea, and in my personal ordeal by publicly acknowledging my association with YSL. An Alford plea in my case is the entry of a guilty plea to the one charge against me, which is in my best interest while at the same time maintaining my innocence toward the same charge. I love and cherish my association with YSL Music and always will. I look at this as an opportunity to give back to my community and educate young men and women that gangs and violence only lead to destruction. Shout out to Fox 5 Atlanta. And, I used to be one to go to bat for Boosie. Badass. It's starting to sound a little, Boosie, in a lot of our experiences, a lot of our enemies look a lot like us. Gonna leave it at that. And I want to thank you guys for joining me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for next week's edition of Celebrity Digest Weekly.